Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. We'll get started with some unsalted, really good quality European style butter, some blueberry preserves, some fresh blueberries, a little bit of potatoes in a bag. I love these that you can steam start in the microwave, and about a pound of chicken if you're serving 2 people. With that in hand, let's get to work. We'll start off by drizzling some olive oil in a skillet over medium-high heat and laying in our chicken breasts away from us so we don't splatter ourselves with oil. We'll also pop those potatoes in the microwave per the package directions to give them a steam start, usually about 8 to 9 minutes. Season that chicken very generously with salt and fresh cracked pepper, and once it's got a nice golden brown crust on the first side, say 3 or 4 minutes, pop it into a 450 degree oven and cook it through. Also in that oven, you'll want to place a sheet tray drizzled with olive oil to preheat, and then once those potatoes have steam cooked in the microwave for 8 to 9 minutes, go ahead and cut them, and be very careful as they will be hot, obviously, and slice them in half. Use a oven mitt here if you need to keep yourself from burning. These potatoes are mostly cooked at this point, or at least are nice and soft and fluffy on the inside, but we want to get that nice golden brown exterior, and so for that reason we are going to park them on that preheated baking sheet that we drizzle with olive oil. We'll season them up with some salt and pepper as well, or any kind of seasoning of your choice, and pop them in that same 450 degree oven for about 14 to 16 minutes. Now the chicken should only take about 8 to 10 in the oven. I know I'm giving you a lot of times, but it's all going to happen in less than 25 minutes. Once that chicken is cooked through to 165 degrees, return that same skillet with all those good drippings over medium heat. Add in a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, followed by a handful of our fresh blueberries, a heaping 1/4 cup of the blueberry preserves. By the way, you could totally do this with other fruits as well. I just love fresh blueberries this time of year. We'll squeeze in about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. That's from the pantry, of course, as was that vinegar. And stir all of that to combine. Get that preserves kind of nice and softened and reduced by about 1/3 or so. Season it to taste with salt and fresh cracked pepper. And then once it has reduced to your liking and those fresh blueberries are popping and soft, we'll go ahead and turn off the heat and add in 2 tablespoons of our nice cold butter. And then again, we're off the heat here. Just swirl that butter in, emulsify it into that sauce until it is glossy and gorgeous. Give it a final taste for seasoning. It should be sweet but tangy thanks to the vinegar, nice and rich from the butter. I'm telling you, this is basically a gastrique. Congratulations, if you can do this, you can basically compete on Chopped. I'm kidding, you probably can't, but same idea. Our potatoes are nice and golden brown, but we're going to check them just to be sure. Yep, that's looking good. Even better. All right, let's plate this up. I'm going to slice that chicken breast into some 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch thick slices. Lay it down next to our potatoes on a plate. Hit it with a final seasoning of fresh cracked pepper and a pinch of salt. And then we'll take that beautiful blueberry sauce and drizzle it very generously over the top of that perfectly cooked, moist chicken breast. This is optional, but I'm going to hit mine with some freshly chiffonade basil. You could definitely use green onions or some parsley. And now let's check out these potatoes and see how we did in 25 minutes. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty crispy. Perfectly fluffy and tender on the inside as well. Using a microwave is definitely a cheat code if you do it right, and starting potatoes in there I think is a great way to do it. That chicken is moist, got a great flavor from the crust we got on the outside, and I'm telling you guys, that blueberry sauce is perfectly balanced. It's sour, it's sweet, a little bit of savory from that mustard. This is a really nice dinner that I would be proud to serve to just about anybody. And it came together with only 5 ingredients, plus a couple pantry staples, and 25 minutes. We'll be back in July with more 5 and 25 dishes, but for now, just go make something delicious.